Welcome back! Get ready for an adventure. We're diving headfirst into a world that's usually hidden right beneath our feet. It's a world of high-stakes drama, incredible courage, and epic battles. I'm talking about the world of ants. Now, you might see them as just tiny insects marching in a line to grab a crumb you dropped. But let me tell you, there's so much more going on. These little creatures are part of massive, super-organized societies. And just like ancient human kingdoms, these ant colonies sometimes go to war. These aren't just little scuffles either. We're talking about massive conflicts involving thousands, sometimes millions of soldiers in a fight for survival territory and resources. It's a battlefield that's unfolding all around us every single day. Imagine shrinking down to their size. The world would look totally different. A simple lawn would become a vast, untamed jungle. A crack in the sidewalk would be a treacherous canyon, and a rival ant hill just a few feet away. That's a powerful foreign empire with its own queen, its own army, and its own ambitions. The wars they wage are as real and as intense as any in history. So why do these tiny armies march into battle? What could possibly be worth such a massive sacrifice? Well, just like in the human world, the main reasons for war often come down to three critical things. Territory. Ants are fiercely territorial creatures. A colony's territory is its lifeblood. It's where they find all their food, water, and the materials they need to build and expand their nest. When another colony starts encroaching on that space, it's seen as a direct threat to their survival. It's like a neighboring country trying to claim your backyard, your kitchen, and your grocery store all at once. You'd fight back, and that's exactly what ants do. Food is another huge driver of conflict. A colony has a lot of mouths to feed, especially the queen and the thousands of developing larvae. A protein-rich insect, a sweet patch of honeydew-producing aphids, or even a rival colony's food stores. Sometimes the war isn't just about stealing a meal, it's about eliminating the competition altogether. By destroying a rival nest, a colony ensures that all the resources in that area belong to them and them alone. It's a brutal but effective strategy for securing the future of their own kingdom. Then there's the most extreme reason of all: conquest and enslavement. Yes, you heard that right. Some ant species are slave raiders. They storm a neighboring nest to steal pupae and larvae. They bring these captives back to their own nest, and when they hatch, the captured ants become slaves. They spend their entire lives foraging for food, tending to the queen's young, and even defending the nest of the very ants that enslave them. When a threat is detected or a new territory is targeted, how does an ant colony go from a society of foragers to a disciplined army? It's an amazing process of mobilization that relies on lightning-fast communication. It all starts with the scouts. These are the brave individuals that venture out from the nest, exploring for food, exploring for potential dangers. If a scout encounters ants from a rival colony, a chemical conversation begins. Ants identify friend from foe using their antennae to smell the unique chemical signature or hydrocarbon profile on another ant's body. If the scent is wrong, it means intruder, and the alarm is raised. The scout doesn't use a battle horn. It uses chemicals called pheromones. It might race back to the nest, laying down a special alarm pheromone trail along the way. This chemical message is incredibly potent and acts like a fire alarm for the entire colony. Other ants that cross this trail immediately pick up the scent and go on high alert. The message spreads like wildfire through the nest, from worker to worker, in a chain reaction of antennal touches and chemical signals. The message is clear. Danger, intruders. Follow this trail to the fight. It's a call to arms that can mobilize thousands of soldiers in a matter of minutes. Ants aren't just mindless biters, they are brilliant military strategists. Their tactics can be surprisingly sophisticated, coordinated maneuvers, specialized weapons, clever defenses. One of the most common attack strategies is the swarm. This is a tactic of overwhelming force where thousands of ants pour over the enemy's defenses, attacking from all sides at once. This is often used by species like army ants, which don't just send an army, they are the army. Their entire colony moves as a single massive front, consuming everything in their path. For a stationary nest, facing a swarm attack is a terrifying prospect, like a tidal wave of biting jaws. But it's not all about brute force. Some ants are masters of chemical warfare. Formicine ants, like wood ants, have a special weapon: formic acid. They can spray this corrosive acid from their abdomens with incredible accuracy, blinding and disorienting enemies from a distance. It's like having thousands of tiny archers armed with chemical arrows. Some trap-jaw ants can snap their mandibles shut at speeds over 140 miles per hour, using them to crush enemies and launch themselves into the air to escape danger, a truly explosive defense mechanism. Defense is just as strategic as attack. The nest itself is often the first line of defense. Some soldier ants have disc-shaped heads that plug entrance holes. They act as living doors. This phlegmatic defense turns a fortress into an impassable bunker. The key to all of this incredible military precision is teamwork, and the key to teamwork is communication. Ants are masters of it. While we use words and sounds, ants communicate through a complex language of chemicals, touch vibrations. One of the most mind-blowing examples of ant teamwork is their ability to form living structures. They do the same thing during floods, forming massive floating rafts. This level of self-sacrifice and cooperation is almost unheard of. Even more surprising is their ability to care for their wounded. If a soldier is wounded, it will release a specific pheromone calling for help. Once there, medic ants tend to its wounds, cleaning them and holding the injured limbs in place. Another incredible saga comes from the Amazon rainforest, featuring the notorious army ants. The swarm, 1 million strong, moved across the forest floor in a wide front, and a wave of terror moved ahead of it. Spiders, scorpions, lizards, and even small snakes fled in panic. The ants overwhelmed them with sheer numbers, dismembering them in seconds. On the plains of Africa, powerful Matabele ants conduct organized raids on termite mounds. They march in long, disciplined columns to attack the termites, which are a rich source of protein. However, the termites have their own soldiers with powerful jaws, and the battles are fierce. They don't leave their fallen comrades behind. Teams of ants will rescue the injured. Perhaps one of the most dramatic stories is that of the slave-making ants of the genus Polyergus. These ants are so specialized for fighting that they are incapable of feeding themselves or caring for their own young. The Polyergus queen will even infiltrate a formica nest, kill the resident queen. It's a tale of deception, assassination, and lifelong servitude played out on a miniature scale. These constant battles are not just isolated events, they are a powerful force that shapes the entire ant world. The outcome of a war can determine which colony thrives, which one vanishes. A victorious colony gains territory, gains resources, allowing its queen to lay more eggs. This process of natural selection on a colossal scale ensures that only the strongest, the most organized, the most adaptable colonies survive. The impact of these ant wars extends far beyond the ants themselves. Ants are ecosystem engineers. Their activities, like building nests and foraging for food, have a huge effect on the environment. When a dominant ant species wins a war and takes over a territory, it can change everything. They might prey on different types of insects, which affects the populations of those bugs. They might cultivate fungi or protect aphids, which in turn affects the plants. Consider the massive super colonies of Argentine ants. Where they conquer, biodiversity plummets. They wipe out the native ant species, which are often specialized for different roles. Some native ants are crucial for dispersing seeds. When they're gone, plants can't reproduce effectively. Wars between tiny creatures have massive consequences. Less diversity, less resilience. So the next time you see an ant, remember the epic drama unfolding beneath your feet. These tiny creatures are not wandering aimlessly. They are citizens of vast underground empires. They are soldiers in an endless war, fighting for their queen, their colony, and their place in the world. Their battles shape their destinies and the health and structure of the ecosystems we share. Even the smallest creatures can have a huge impact. The wild world is full of action, strategy, and incredible stories. Wow, what an adventure! See you all in the next video.